Okay, so the United States was basically founded under the precedent that sex is bad. You can see it in John Winthrop's 1693, I think. I'll have to look into that for the actual documentary. But he made a speech saying that, his settlement must act as a city upon the hill to be an example of of the Judeo-Christian values that were in place that they were trying to enforce that at that time. This has evolved in this guy, something Strite Matters books called Sex Sells. He marks the progress of America's development as an arc of repression to obsession, basically saying that we started out as a very sexually repressed nation, but we eventually became obsessed with it, as evidenced by our media, which is what I'm going to be exploring. I'm going to be exploring how from this repression was born a twisted view of sexuality. It's not something natural. It's this perverted, twisted thing. It's either sensationalized to the point of being completely ridiculous, to the point of being pornographic, without actually showing sex. And there's also this dichotomy between sex and sexuality. Like you can't show actual sex on film, but you can imply the shit out of it to the point that it's just as bad as, it's okay to objectify a woman on camera, but the minute you show her in the actual process of lovemaking, you've crossed a line. You can treat her like a piece of meat, but you can't treat her like a human being. I've dug up a bunch of quotes, a bunch of rap music videos, and various commercials, mostly from a franchise called Carl's Jr. And some rap videos like Flo Rida's Whistle, what is it? Akon Sexy Bitch featuring David Guetta. Just things like that, and some interviews with Seth Rogen from the movie Zack and Miri Make a Porno, basically talking about how they had a really difficult time getting a rated R. The MPAA kept trying to slap an NC-17 on them because of how graphic the sex scenes were. And he basically brought up a point like it's okay, for like Hostel. Movies like Hostel and Saw, it's okay to show a human body getting mutilated with a knife. But sex is bad. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I got an interview from his directorial debut, Don John, which pretty much inspired this documentary. It's about a man with a porn addiction and how that, not just porn, but that media addiction has influenced his view of sexuality. And in this interview with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I'm sorry, I'm a little sick right now. He goes into that. He goes into how there's like this hypersexualized media that's influencing the way young people view sexuality, and that's pretty much what my documentary is going to be. I'm very much structuring it like an essay. You got the thesis, you got quotes and shit. It's going to be mostly a compilation of videos and me commenting on them. I'll try to get some interviews in there if I can come up with a clear enough question to ask. But it's very much going to be a editorial piece. Alright, great.